Big Biscuit. Scotty. Ready to roll. Ethan's on the job today. You ready to work, boy?
Yeah.
You ready to work?
Yeah.
This is the new boss right here. What do you got to say? Is anybody getting fired today?
No.
No? You're not firing anybody. I thought you're, oh, Mr. Tough Guy there a minute ago. He's firing everybody. Johnny G. I ain't even pointing it at him.
Found out he's got to pay him at the end of the day.
I just lost it. See, look at
Where? Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Look at that.
I just pulled it right out.
You did?
Yeah.
Dude, you're a machine. This is what we're doing here. Got the homemade chute up here. We're gonna pour this last section. Last section of this 40 by 90 barn. Got the laser set up. This is the laser I use. Spectra. I think what kind it is. That's what it is. LL300N. That's a good unit right there. Waiting on mud. 5 minutes. Here they come. Come the mud, boys. Get the mud. Get the mud in, right, buddy? Get that mud in there, huh? Woo! Hey guys, Bondo here. So this is part 3 of a 3-part series on this big 40 by 90 barn that we poured. If you haven't watched the first 2 parts, guys, go back and watch them. It'll make more sense of what we're doing. But I'll walk you through what's going on here, guys. Like I said, this is the 3rd section of this barn. We made a homemade chute, which is in the first video, how I made this chute out of a culvert pipe. And we put this radiant tubing down as we went. We put in the first section, and we drove the trucks right in. We didn't have the tubing in the 2nd or 3rd section. And as we waited on each section to dry, we would put the tubing in the next section for the next pour. So this chute works pretty good, guys. We're pouring a 3,500 pound concrete with it's got fiber mesh in it. It's got a little bit of water reducer in it, just so a water reducer will make the concrete flow a little bit better. But we still maintain a pretty good slump, so we kind of would use shovels to kind of help it flow down the chute. I'd usually stand there, or I'd have a guy stand there kind of pushing it with the shovel. But each section of this barn is like 30 feet deep, and I bid this job like a year ago, so I really didn't have the money in the budget to use a pump for this job and try to pour it, in 1 or 2 pours. So plus it's getting tough to get guys together this time of year. Our season's coming to an end here, guys. I live in upstate New York, and it gets real cold. If you stay with this video, you'll see this floor took 16 hours to dry. It was insane. So we were on this thing. This is 8 o'clock in the morning when we started pouring this thing. I was on it till midnight. Pretty frustrating, but we got it done. It just was real cold that day. And like I said, our season's coming to an end. It's it's getting to be late October here, and we're just about winding things down. I don't like to work when it gets too cold out. I'll switch gears here and start working on houses inside and stuff. So as we go here, guys, we're just I'm putting a bunch of little wet pads in. You can see me there with the laser, with the story stick. I put several of these little wet pads in all over the place, and my son Jason, aka Big Biscuit, he's real good at flattening these floors out. He's got a great eye for grade. He's the big dude with the right by me with the come along in his hand. And we call them puddlers. They just kind of puddle the concrete down, rake it down. It's just a flat rake, guys. And that's what he's doing. He's leveling out everything to my wet pads that I'm putting in. And then we'll use a straight edge, a 16-foot straight edge, and we'll put we'll put a wet screed in, which is just a flat piece of concrete. Here we go right here. This is our wet screeds. So we go from wet pad to wet pad. We put these lines in with this 16-foot screed. And then I use a power screed, and I'm going to power screed between these lines and flatten everything out. So we got this first truck empty here, guys. Here I am with the power screed. I'm going to buzz it down with the power screed, knock it down. And the guys are going to puddle behind me right there. That's a Marshalltown Shockwave power screed. Works really good. I like the power screed. It knocks the aggregate down, brings up some good cream for finishing it. So that's what the guys are doing. They're puddling out behind me. Like I said, Jason gets it real close. If I put a bunch of wet pads in, he gets it real close. So we're not pulling a lot of material off here. We poured this out, this first section, about a 5 slump, guys. And here's this second truck pulling in. And this second truck, he come in at about a 6.5 slump. And he didn't even ask me what slump I wanted. He just came in and started dumping, and he was at about a 6.5. Like I said, the first section was about a 5, so I was kind of mad that he didn't ask me what I wanted for a slump. I think he just assumed, or maybe he talked to the first driver. But this second load was quite a bit looser than the first load. I mean, it was still good concrete. It wasn't like cow manure concrete, but it was, you know, it was pretty loose. It was easier to rake around. I didn't know how bad that was going to mess us up at the end of the day, because that really held things up for drying. I didn't put no chemicals in this thing to make it dry faster. You can put like calcium or something in it to make it dry faster, but I didn't do that. I didn't think it needed to. So here we are, guys. We moved this chute. It worked really good in these corners. We turned it sideways like that, and we just kind of moved it so he could dump on the side of it, and that filled in our corners. It worked really good here. And then we just got the thing out of there because we got both our inside corners done. And now we're just going to pull that truck in the middle and empty them out. And that worked really good. Like I said, we didn't have a pump, or couldn't get a pump or anything on this job. And you can't drive on this. It's got the in-floor radiant heat in it. I got videos on how to do this in-floor radiant heat, guys. Check out my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name's Ron Bond. I got a company called Bondo Build Construction. We do a lot of this concrete stuff, guys. And I got enough videos on there where you could actually build yourself a basement out of Nudura blocks and do all your radiant heat and pour your floor. I got enough how-to videos on there. I've actually had people message me on here, say that they did just that. They built their own basement, put their own radiant heat in, and everything they did was with my video. So check it out and hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. And you know, we are winding things down this year, but I'm going to do a lot of stuff this winter, renovating houses. And the next year we'll probably do 3 or 4 Nudura basements at least, maybe 5, bunch of flat work, stampcrete, all kinds of stuff. So check that out, guys, and appreciate the support for the guys that have already subscribed to my channel. I'm almost 900 subscribers now, so that's good for me. And thanks again. And here we're just trying to finish this up, guys, and you'll see what happens here in a minute. What happened, Jay?
Someone didn't order enough concrete.
Who?
You.
Me? What? How much are we short?
About a yard.
A yard? I don't know. Actually,
At least 3/4.
we got a little hole here, guys. The boss right here. What happened, boss? Come on, what happened? We're short on concrete, dude. Oh, he's gonna run away. He don't want to talk to us. Look at it, he's out of here. Boss don't want to know nothing, Jay. We're a little short, guys, so we're gonna get a little more in here. We'll get her though. So guys, we're able to get the balance of this in real quick, and we were done with it by 10 o'clock. And this is 8 hours later. what the floor looks like. The temperature never really went up. It kind of stayed around 48 degrees all day. And so this is what the floor looks like after 8 hours of waiting. Just kind of waiting for it. Usually a floor will dry faster at a doorway, so I wasn't really worried that we had a little bit short at the doorway. But this one didn't do that. The sun never came over around to the door. So here's the floor at 10:30 at night, guys. The back's all nice and hard where we poured it thicker. Where, you know, I said we had a 5 slump. You can see that it's all good and dry, and the front still, even the whole front half where that second truck was and where we were short is all still, we're still waiting on that section after, you know, at 10:30 at night. Like I said, we poured it at 8 o'clock in the morning, still waiting. And this is what it looked like when we were finished up, guys. It's a little bit lighter in the front, but they're going to epoxy coat this floor anyway, so it'll all whiten up. But this was really late. This was like 12:30 at night. And here it is a couple days later, guys. Turned out pretty good for considering what we went through. But that's all I got for you on this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Appreciate the support, and see you on the next video.